Why are you getting rejected? Let's talk about that. In my network marketing career, I went from struggling, losing money for 5 years to becoming one of the highest income earners in the world and producing more than $22 billion worth of revenue for my team and my clients. I'm Randy Gage, and this is the Duplication Nation MLM Pod. Hey, welcome back to another episode. I'm coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, where I'm here at an event. And I wanted to break down rejection. Let me reposition I've turned on the laptop for you guys who like to watch on YouTube instead of listening on the podcast. I wanted to break down, how did the percentages look like? What are you doing wrong? What are you doing right? Why is it that you're approaching people or your team is approaching people and they're not all joining the business? Well, let's kind of dispel that first one right away, because one of the things we know is that network marketing is perfect for everybody, but everybody's not perfect for network marketing. So let's dispel that myth that like everyone you approach is supposed to join. It's not your responsibility to sign up everyone you know. It's your responsibility to offer the opportunity for them to look at it. All right, so let's break down the percentages. I'm going to start with 20%. Why 20%? These are just, and you know, what is the scientific method? It's just total anecdotal. I've been doing this for 45 years. I've watched as the profession has changed, how the marketplace has changed, how people have changed, the higher degree of uh, lower self-confidence, the more mind viruses circulating, the skepticism of people, what's happening because of social media, what's happening because of deep fake videos and audios and misinformation campaigns, manipulation campaigns. And taking all that into effect, this is just my subjective experience, my subjective opinion of where we're at. But I do believe this information could be really helpful to you and your team. And I strongly recommend you share this episode with everyone on your team. So why do 20% of people reject you? They're simply not hungry enough. They're not hungry for improvement in their life. That just isn't on their radar. There are a lot of people, you know them, you get a text message from them every Wednesday. Happy hump day. Or they send you a note on Thursday. Wow, we made it past hump day. Thank God it's Friday. These are people, they've lost touch with their dreams. And so they're the wrong candidates for you. There's nothing you're doing wrong. There's nothing you're supposed to be doing different. They're simply the wrong candidates for you. Now, you say, well, wait, I'm not getting 20%. I'm getting 30%, 40%, I'm getting 60%. Then the issue is you, and it means you are sponsoring down. One of the best pieces of advice I could ever give a new person, and you hear me say it a lot, is when you first get started in the business, you should be talking to the most busy, most ambitious, most successful people on your list first. Those are the people that get leverage. Those are the people who have ambition, that look for opportunity, that are open-minded. So sometimes we get in the business and we're like, well, I'm not going to call my brother-in-law because he makes a lot of money, and I'm not going to call that lady because she's a PhD and I'm only a AA degree, or I don't know, that person seems more, if you're prejudging and leaving out the top successful people, then this percentage is going to go up. Because, or sometimes it's you want to help all the charity cases. So your brother-in-law who hasn't worked in 12 years and he's busy every day watching, Judge Judy. So you're trying to rescue people. So if your number is more than 20%, look at, are you talking to the right people? Second group is another 20%. And here's what I would say about this block or this cohort. These people are not, your product or service requires a lifestyle change that they're just not simply interested in making. Maybe you've got some really high-end skincare, some high-end cosmetics. They don't invest in themselves. That's not a lifestyle change they believe in. They don't invest in premium products. They base everything, they've got poverty consciousness, and they base everything on getting it for the best bargain, coupon, discount, early bird special, bargain basement deal. And they're probably not the right prospects for you. Or, there's so many of us like me who work wellness programs, right? And we're talking to people who drink 10 Diet Cokes a day, people who go through the drive-through window for 75 or 80% of their meals. And so if you're in a wellness nutrition kind of company, there's a 20% of the people, they're not interested in making that lifestyle choice. The changes that would be required of them. All right, next group, 5%. So we're up to 40% so far. Let's talk about the next cohort, which is 5% of your marketplace. Here's my take on who they are. These are the people who really love what they do. They might be an employee, they might be an entrepreneur. They might just be working for a nonprofit that builds orphanages in Africa. They love what they do, and they see it as the pathway to their dreams. So what do you do to convince these people to join? Nothing. They're not your market. That's okay. Be happy for them. Celebrate them. All right. Next percentage is 15% group of your 100%. And these are the people that you are losing because of the focus of your presentation. Meaning, one of the terms we talk about sometimes in this business is commission breath, where you're approaching people and they just sense you're just trying to make money off them. You don't really have their interest in heart. So there's innocent ways to do this and there's evil ways to do this, right? The evil people are just the selfish, money grubbing, everything's about me, egoistical people. I want to make $20,000 a month. I want to get a yellow Lambo. I want to win those cruises. I need people to do it. I want to be rich. You should make me rich. That's the evil way. And then there's the innocent way, which is people didn't learn how marketing works, which is you want to lead with benefits and substantiate with features. Benefits are something about the candidate, a good thing that they would get. Features about your company. I can't tell you how many times I go in to consult with companies and they show me their product catalog and they show me their recruiting video and their materials. It's like, we are a 17-year-old debt-free company. We were founded on the principle of this, and our founder has this degree and that degree and went to this university, and we do this and we believe in that. And it's just all about them. There's nothing there about the candidate. So we want to lead with so the fact that there's features, right? The fact that you have an incredible scientific advisory board, that's a great feature, but it's not a benefit to the candidate. Benefit to the candidate is, hey, you can feel safe and comfortable using these products because they've been tested, certified, our scientific advisory board, blah, 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 right? So make sure that the presentation is about the benefits to the candidate, not the features of you, your products, your comp plan, or your company. Let me give you a $1 million tip. If you can put the words "you get" in front of it, it's most likely a benefit. If you can't put the words "you get" in front of it, it's probably a feature. You get a free bonus car when you reach Emerald rank. You get a free trip on the French Riviera when you do this. You get more energy when you drink this. You get more stamina when you take this. You get. Those are benefits. All right, so 20, 40, 45, 50, 60. There's 40% left in the calculation here. And I'm going to put them all in one group. 40% of the people who reject you, who reject your presentation, who don't join your business, do so because they have worthiness issues. There's no other way to say it. They're not conscious of it most of the time. Usually this is on a subconscious level. They don't think they deserve to be healthy, happy, and prosperous. Because they've been infected with negative mind viruses. They have been infected with limiting beliefs, lack consciousness, poverty consciousness. They self-sabotage their happiness, their success, and their prosperity, their health. And most of them don't even know why they're doing it. If you want to know the science behind it, the science of memetics, the science of the programming they get, how it happens through social media and movies and TV shows and blogs and podcasts and organized religion and governments and the educational system, I wrote an entire book on that. It's called Radical Rebirth. So if you want to know why do you self-sabotage or why do other people self-sabotage, that book will guide you through it. But what's the moral of the story here is 40% of your people aren't going to join no matter how incredible your presentation is, how lucrative your compensation plan is, how game-changing your product line is, because they don't believe they're not worthy. They don't believe they deserve it. So please stop beating yourself up because those people don't join your company. They're not right for the business right now. Love them and let them grow. And there will hopefully be in the future a chance where they are great candidates. Now, think about this. We just covered 100%. But you know what we left out? We left out what percent of the people reject you and don't join because you made a bad presentation. You might think, well, I don't think Gage did the math right. Actually, I did. Because the percentage of people who don't join your business because you didn't make a great presentation, or because you made a faltering presentation, or you stuttered during the presentation, or you kind of got off track during the presentation, you got nervous and you forgot what to say during the presentation. The percentage of people who don't join your business because you didn't give a great presentation is, let me calculate here, 0%. 0%. And why is that? It's one of the fundamental truths of our business. In fact, I would say it's a first principle of our profession. That is this: you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. The people who are truly the natural born leaders for our space, the people who really get leverage, the people who believe in empowerment and want to build a team and become an empowering leader, a great team leader, and build a large organization. You can't say the wrong thing to those people. It doesn't matter if you mess up the comp plan percentages. They don't care. It doesn't matter that you don't know all the ingredients of every product. They don't care. It doesn't matter if you had to look up whether this product was gluten-free or if that product had soy in it or that product has a ORAC rating of this or the FTC said this about that product category. It doesn't matter. If they're the right person, you simply cannot say the wrong thing. All right, so where does that take us? How do we bring this puppy home? Let's talk about, so what do you do? How do you grow faster? If we know 20% reject because they're not hungry, 20% reject because they're not willing to change their lifestyle that your product or service line requires, 5% reject because they're already got it figured out. Their life is working deliciously and they're not interested in anything else. 15% is because you didn't do the focus on them instead of you. That's easy. You know how to correct that. Just flip it around. Stop talking about your features. Start talking about the benefits. And we know that it's 0% because you didn't make the right presentation. So how do you grow faster? It's not about learning new closing techniques. It's not about buying that $497 ebook you've been trying to talk yourself into buying. It's not about learning more tactics. It's about making more invitations. That's how you get your growth accelerating. You simply have to go out and invite more people to look at a presentation. All right, you know what to do. Down in the comments, rate, share, like, tell everyone on your team about it. Go out and have an amazing week. I'll talk to you next episode. Peace. Hey, do me a favor before you go. Please rate this podcast and then share it with people you know who could benefit from the business building advice here. And then if you're watching on YouTube or if you're on one of the other platforms that allow comments, please get down below, give us a shout out to the community in the comments section. Thanks.